Hello everyone, so today I am actually trying out drugstore makeup products. I went and bought a full face of makeup and I am super excited to try it out. If you know me and watch my videos, you would know that I basically have been using similar or the same makeup products since I started YouTube. I feel like once I find something I love, I really stick to it. So yeah, this will be really exciting to see how my regular products compared to these new drugstore products. So I'm really super excited. Yesterday I went shopping and I bought a heap of makeup, a full face worth of makeup. So I'm here to get the products for my drugstore face makeup face base. So I think I'm gonna get a NYX primer. I've heard good things about them, but for being a drugstore, like that's kind of expensive. I think this one looks good. So now that we've got the primer, let's get some foundation and concealer. We're gonna go to the Maybelline section because there's a concealer that I've never tried but everyone raves about. So I really want to get it. It's the Instant Anti-Age. I'll try this. I'm also thinking of going for a Maybelline foundation because I've heard of the Fit Me, I've heard of the Super Stay, but I don't know. Does that look like my shade?
Yeah.
Time for powder. This has caught my eye. The Age Defying Revlon powder. We don't have anything Revlon yet. $40. Like, this is like Mecca prices, Sephora prices in a freaking drugstore. First, I've seen this highlighter and it looks really pretty. And I also have seen this bronzer. It says it's blush, but that looks a bit dark for blush. And this blush. So we have a L'Oreal blush. Oh, what highlighter? Rimmel or Revlon? All right, we're getting this highlighter instead of this one. Oh, okay, so for brows, I'm gonna get this Models Prefer Wonder Brow Lamination Gel. Looks really interesting. I was gonna get a different product, but this actually, it's really interesting. I've never used something like this. And then for liner, I'm gonna get the Maybelline Hyper Easy Eyeliner. Haven't heard of this, but we shall see. And then I'm gonna get this mascara that is actually really good. The L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This is amazing, great. It is $32 though. Okay, so I have my final products. I have a NYX eyeshadow palette. I also have an NYX setting spray. And then for lips, I have L'Oreal, a nude lip liner, and a nude lipstick from Nature Beauty. Okay, so I've changed my mind about a few products. Instead, I got the Nude by Nature Soft Rose translucent powder. I got this really cute eyeshadow palette by Kind. I don't know. I have an Australis makeup finishing spritz. Bahama Mama bronzer from the Balm. I used to love the Balm. So I actually got an eyeliner that I used to love and use, Schwing from the Balm. And I got a little contour stick from Savvy. Yeah, I'm going to go purchase everything now. I literally have taken so long because I've just been like looking through all this makeup and it's kind of nostalgic. So I'm gonna go home and we're gonna try out this makeup. So I have my bag full of makeup and the grand total is, oh my god, drum roll please, $353, which is like not that bad. I feel like sometimes $300 can be like 3 products worth of higher end makeup. So this is a bang for your buck. But yeah, enough blubbering. Let's get into the makeup. I'm so excited. So for primer, I'm using the NYX, the Marshmallow primer. It's a little bit dirty and sticky, but I don't know what that's from. Let's try this out. Okay, so I'm gonna do like, oh, 2 pumps. I think that's enough. Oh, it smells so good. It literally smells like marshmallows. And NYX would have to be careful with this because I feel like if I was a little bit younger, I would eat this. Okay, so we've already run into a problem. I don't know why it's flaking, but I can't seem to get it off. So I guess, oh my god, I really don't want this flaky shit on my face though, but maybe it'll go away with foundation and all that, but let's move on. Okay, so for eyebrows, I'm using the MP, Models Prefer, I'm pretty sure, Wonder Brow Lamination Gel. There are no instructions for this, but I assume you just, oh, it's like a little double twist. And this is supposed to laminate, I guess. All right, so now that they are lathered in the lamination, I'm just brushing them. You know what? I actually think this is doing a pretty good job. Okay, I'm actually really liking how that set my brows in place. I feel like that was super easy. Literally 2 steps. Don't have to do anything else. Okay, I'm literally taking like 20 minutes to actually even open this next product because I feel like these drugstore kind of makeup brands make everything like thief-proof. Ow! Oops. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just cut through my skin. Alright, I must continue on, but don't do that at home. Oh. Okay, so next we have the Maybelline 30 Hour Super Stay Foundation. And yeah, I'm gonna do... Oh, what the fuck? Did you see that? Look. That is straight liquid. That's so interesting because usually, well, basically every foundation that I've ever used has not been so liquidy. I feel like the foundation itself isn't that bad, but I don't know if you can see, everything's very flaky, and I assume that is the primer, unfortunately. Oh, to be honest, maybe I just didn't shake the bottle well enough, because now it's a little bit less liquidy, but still pretty liquidy. And as you guys can see, I definitely chose a shade that is way too dark for me. Okay, to be quite honest, that is actually not that bad. Clearly, I definitely went a few shades too dark, but if I had like a bronze golden tan, I wouldn't be mad about this shade color. It's not the most coveraging, but it's definitely not horrible. Like I'm not even mad at this foundation, and yeah, I like it. I can't complain about this foundation. I like how like thin it feels. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing thick cakey foundation. But anyways, let's move on to concealer. So this is the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer, and I see this everywhere. This might fix up my foundation that's too dark, but I'm just putting this in all the areas I would usually. But yeah, that's super easy to apply. The packaging is great for that. Like, it's not the most visually appealing packaging, but I really like the concept of twisting and putting on so easily. To be honest, you're probably actually meant to blend out the concealer with this little buffing thing there, but I just love this brush. Okay, that's interesting. So it actually, as you can see, it goes on and it looks very intense and coveraging. However, as I'm blending it out, it's really blending into the rest of my skin and becoming very seamless. That's actually really good. Like, I'm super impressed by this, and I can tell that it's definitely buildable, but already just like for one kind of coat, it's doing a really good job, and it's blending out super well. Okay, so next up we are using this Savvy by DB. But yeah, this little ball of contour, and I'm a bit nervous for this. And it smells like crayons. It smells really bad. But I'm just gonna try and blend this out. That blends quite easily. It's literally just making my face smell like crayons. That looks really good. The only thing is, if this smell doesn't go away, I would never use this product again because the smell is just so strong. I'm liking this. Let's move on. Okay, next I am using this Nude by Nature Translucent Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Soft Rose. So this is actually a pink powder, and I usually use the Givenchy pink powder, and I'm obsessed with it. Nothing can beat it. But I have faith in Nude by Nature. I used to use this every day before school back in like year 8. That was like my go-to makeup, and I really love Nude by Nature. I feel like it's such a high quality, great natural makeup brand. Oh, and it has like a little trampoline kind of net in there, which I like. But I'm just putting that on. Okay, so I really like this. I feel like it's given a nice sheer look to my skin. However, I think just everything as a whole is not my favorite. I think that primer, like the balling on my face, and I don't know if you can probably tell, but it just isn't melting into my skin as my makeup usually would. Okay, so moving on, the next product that I will be using is the Bahama Mama bronzer by The Balm. The Balm is also another makeup brand that I used to be absolutely obsessed with. So I'm going to take this. I was like kind of scared that this would not be pigmented at all, just because it doesn't look very dark in the palette, but that's actually giving a really nice bronze. Okay, so now I'm going to contour my nasal cavity. Let's see if this is good for this. I don't feel like that is doing the best job at contouring the nasal area, but I'm going to move on to blush. I'm actually going to do an all-around kind of sun-kissed look, so I don't think the nose has to be too contoured today. Okay, so for blush, I will be using the L'Oreal Blush of Paradise. I really like that name. This is really cute. The packaging does look and feel cheap, like probably the most cheap out of everything that I have used today. But packaging is not everything, as we know from the primer, as the packaging was really cute on the primer, but it turned out to be really bad. But yeah, this is like a dusty rose, but yeah, this is in the shade Melon Dollar Baby. What a weird name. Did anything go on? It's a little bit pigmented. It might look more pigmented in the camera compared to real life. I'm gonna put a bit on my nose, just kind of blend blend everything. I don't know how I feel about that. Hopefully it kind of sinks into my face, starts to look a little bit better, but oh, I look a bit insane. It's just, you can't tell that much in the camera, but it is so sheer in real life. I feel like that's kind of good because it does blend into my face, but it's just giving sheer. Okay, and before we do highlighter, I'm just gonna go back in with the Bahama Mama and create some freckles to give a sun-kissed look. And I'm just patting them into there, less harsh, but I actually really like that. Okay, so to set my face, I have the Australis Makeup Finishing Spritz. This, in my opinion, looks like those makeup spray removers. So this isn't very appealing to me. I'm kind of nervous to use this, but let's give this a go. Hopefully it doesn't ruin everything because I'm not even that mad about this face routine. It smells like rose water. Is it rose water? Yes, with aloe vera and rose water. Okay, so for highlighter, I'm using the Revlon Skin Light. I love the packaging of this. Looking at it up close, it looks kind of scary, but it is so shiny and gorgeous. Okay, that definitely did something, just not as much as I was expecting. All right, I like it. I don't love it, but I do like it. Okay, but to be honest, up close, it's giving tinfoil man. The Tin Man. Tinfoil man. Oh, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic. Not loving it, but you know what? We're gonna move on to eyes. I'm using the Kind Color Theory eyeshadow palette. These are the shades. They're really cute. I'm gonna start off with this light brown. That is the least pigmented eyeshadow I've ever used. You know what? This kind of sounds very stereotypical, but I'm speaking from experience. I feel like these makeup companies kind of cater to maybe mums who just don't have that much of an interest in makeup and just want like a little bit of an everyday look, because I feel like this is the kind of eyeshadow palette that my mum would use and love. I'm going in with this very dark brown, and I would consider that a light brown, but I'm actually not that mad at this. I'm gonna get some of this like white shade. To be fair, it's looking a little bit shit. It's just not blending out well. It's looking a bit pencil-y. I don't know, it's very powdery. Look at that freaking sunset, whatever's going on here. Oh, I'm gonna put the shade down a bit because it is so bright. You can't really tell, but I am finding this eyeshadow really hideous. I actually just found this little Nude by Nature brush, which I think is very fitting for this video, and I'm just using it to create a bit of a lower lash shadow. I'm really trying to add depth and dimension into this eye look, and it's hard with this palette, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I kind of added a bit of darkness to my eyes. Oh, I don't know, I don't love it. Okay, and before I finish off my eyes, I really want to do my lips. So I am using the L'Oreal Paris Color Riche. It's spelled rich, like with an E on it. Le Lip Liner. And this is in the shade 630 Beige Anou. So this is definitely French. It's interesting because it's a literal pencil. Like usually I find that makeup brands will use like a different material. For the pencil, it's more of like a, I don't know, it's like mushy. I don't know how to describe. But this is like the wood of a pencil. Unfortunately, I think I chose a very pink lip liner. I just wanted to go for like the most nude kind of liner that they had. You know what? I can't really complain about the formula. I feel like it's gliding on super well, but the pencil just looks not good. Okay, and for lipstick, I'm using the Natio lip color in the shade Blissful. Okay, this looks darker than the lip liner. It's literally the same exact color as the lip liner, and they're different brands. As a whole, these lips are giving pink Barbie, but they're also giving like grandma. Okay, so for the last part of the makeup, for the eyes, I'm going to be using the Balm Schwing liner. This was my go-to liner back in the day. I haven't used this in years, but this was so freaking pigmented. I loved this. Okay, let's do this. I just did the worst wing in my life. Okay, the wing is pretty bad. I did a bad job, that's my fault, but it's very matte. Extremely matte. I'm gonna do an inner eye corner now. Okay, I'm not that mad. Alright, I'm gonna go to the other eye and I'll be back. To be fair though, I feel like this is okay. I don't love it. I do like it. I feel like that's me with like basically every product that I've used today. I don't love it. I do like it. But you know, back in the day, this was my everything, and now using it again and comparing it to like the... Oh, just fell.
Editor here. What in the actual hell was that?
And comparing it to like the other products that I do usually use, I feel like the other ones are just better. They're more easy. Like I feel like this actually was quite difficult to apply. Okay, and last step, but certainly not least, I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This is great. You wouldn't know it because that's so thin, but this is a great mascara. I have used this, so I'm cheating a little bit, but I just wanted to prove that drugstore products are not even bad. Apart from that freaking primer, that was bad. Look, I haven't double dipped the brush or anything. This is one coat. But yeah, you guys, this is actually the finished look, and I'm actually so happy with this. To be honest, I would bring quite a few of these products into my everyday makeup routine. I think a lot of them can be done with other products, but I think these are great substitutes if you don't want to spend as much money. Like, I literally only spent like 360 bucks, which is nothing like compared to if you were to go buy a full face from Mecca. So for it being so cheap, it's not cheap, but for it being such a low price compared to what it could be, I am so happy with how this turned out. The worst product, as we know, is this. It smells amazing though, so I'm not mad, but maybe it's just me, but I don't know. I don't love this primer. Also, I just really don't love the lip products and this, because this stinks. But my favorite products are these. Obviously the mascara, like, it's amazing. This was 30 bucks though, so that's not even that cheap. And this Maybelline concealer. This was really good, and I feel like it just made my makeup all come together. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to do more things like this, or if you have any other ideas, let me know, because this was literally so fun. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Leahhalton_, and I will see you very soon.